I've been thinking about this for years now, and I can't shake it off. My biggest regret is leaving teaching.
What made you leave in the first place? Teaching seemed like such a passion for you.
Money, honestly. I got this corporate training job offer that paid 3 times my salary. I thought I was being practical, thinking about retirement and security.
And now you're questioning that decision?
Every single day. In that classroom, I watched kids' eyes light up when they finally understood something. I was making a real difference.
What's stopping you from going back now?
Pride, maybe? I told everyone I was moving up in the world. How do I explain that I want to go back to a smaller paycheck?
Is their opinion more valuable than your happiness?
You sound like my daughter. She keeps saying the same thing.
Maybe because it's true. What would you tell one of your students if they were in this situation?
I'd tell them that it's never too late to correct a mistake, that following your heart isn't weakness.
Then why don't those words apply to you?
Because I'm supposed to have it all figured out by now. I'm 46 years old.
And you still have potentially 30 or 40 years ahead of you. Do you want to spend them regretting this choice?
When you put it that way, it seems obvious what I should do.
Life rarely gives us perfect clarity, but sometimes regret is just fear wearing a disguise.
I think I need to make some phone calls to the school district.
That sounds like a wonderful first step. How does it feel to say that out loud?
Terrifying, but also somehow right. Like I'm finally admitting what I've known all along.
That's courage speaking, not regret anymore.
You asked me what I regret most in life. I wish I had been there when your grandmother passed away.
But Grandpa, you were overseas for work. You couldn't have known she'd have that heart attack.
I could have retired a year earlier. The company wanted me to train the new manager, and I said yes. I always said yes to work.
She understood, though, didn't she? Grandma always talked about how hard you worked for the family.
Understanding and being there are two different things, sweetheart. I got the call in a hotel room in Singapore, thousands of miles away.
That must have been unbearable.
I couldn't hold her hand, couldn't tell her one last time that she was my whole world. I was in a foreign country arranging emergency flights while she took her last breath.
Did you ever talk to her about retiring together?
Many times, we had plans to travel through Europe, to finally take that cooking class in Italy she always wanted. I kept saying next year.
Is that why you always tell me to never postpone the important things?
Exactly. Work will always be there. Promotions will always exist. But the people we love, they're not guaranteed even for another day.
You've been traveling a lot since then, though, trying to do those things she wanted?
Every trip I take, I carry her photograph. I visit the places we planned together, but it's not the same without her.
She's still with you in those moments, Grandpa. You're honoring her memory.
Maybe so, but I'd give anything to have chosen her over that job.
What would you say to someone making a similar choice right now?
I'd tell them that in the end, nobody wishes they'd spent more time at the office. People matter. Presence matters.
That's beautiful advice, and painful to learn.
The most important lessons usually are, my dear.
Can I come with you on your next trip? We could visit some of Grandma's favorite places together.
I would love that more than anything. She would have loved that too.
I didn't expect to see you at this reunion. It's been, 15 years?
17, actually. You look exactly the same. Still have that determined look in your eyes.
You always said I was too ambitious for my own good.
I said you were amazing, but that you scared me a little. There's a difference.
Do you ever think about what could have been? Us, I mean.
Sometimes. Why do you ask?
Because letting you go is my biggest regret. I chose law school over our relationship.
You got into Harvard. That was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
And I lost you. I told myself that career success would be enough, that I was making the right choice.
You've become one of the top attorneys in the state. That's incredible.
I'm also alone. I come home to an empty apartment, eat takeout over case files, and wonder what my life would have been like if I'd stayed.
I'm married now, have 2 kids, but I won't lie and say I didn't think about you over the years.
Matt somehow makes it worse. I can't even have the fantasy that we could try again.
Are you happy with your career, though, apart from the relationship aspect?
I'm successful. That's different from happy. I win cases, make partner meetings, mentor junior lawyers, but something is missing.
Maybe the regret isn't really about me. Maybe it's about not having balance in your life.
You always did see through me. That's what I loved about you.
For what it's worth, you made the right choice for who you were then. We were kids playing at being adults.
When did you become so wise?
Probably when I learned that success means different things to different people. Your path led you to professional achievement, mine led to family.
And here I am, envying what you have.
It's not too late for you to find your version of that balance. You're still young.
I've forgotten how to be anything other than a lawyer.
Then maybe it's time to remember. What did you love before law school consumed everything?
Painting. I used to spend weekends at art galleries and museums.
There's your answer. Start there.
I should have listened to the doctors. That's what I regret most.
You mean when they told you to rest that knee injury?
Yeah, I was 23, playing semi-professional soccer, and I thought I was invincible. The championship was coming up.
Let me guess, you played through the pain?
Not just played, I pushed harder than ever, took painkillers before every game, told myself it was just temporary discomfort.
And then what happened?
Complete ligament tear during the finals. 3 surgeries later, and I still can't walk without these crutches sometimes.
That must have been devastating. Soccer was your whole life.
I had scouts from professional teams watching me. I was this close to signing a contract that would have changed everything.
Do you blame yourself?
Every single day. The doctors were clear, 6 weeks rest or risk permanent damage. I chose 6 more weeks of playing.
You were young and ambitious. It's easy to judge that decision now with hindsight.
But I destroyed my future. Now I'm a coach watching kids do what I can't anymore.
Is coaching fulfilling at all?
Sometimes, when I see a kid succeed because of something I taught them, but then I remember I should be out there with them.
Have you considered that maybe you're making a different kind of impact now?
How so?
You can teach these kids about more than just technique. You can teach them about listening to their bodies, about sustainable careers.
Using my mistake as a lesson for them?
Exactly. Your experience gives you wisdom that someone who never got injured wouldn't have.
I never thought about it that way, but it still hurts knowing what could have been.
Of course it does. Grief over lost potential is real, but staying trapped in regret won't change the past.
So what do I do with all this anger at myself?
Transform it. Channel it into making sure no kid you coach makes the same mistake.
You really think I can turn this nightmare into something positive?
I've seen you with those kids. You already are. You just haven't forgiven yourself enough to see it. I should have said yes when Dad asked me to take that trip with him.
The Alaska cruise? When was that? About 5 years ago?
5 years, 3 months, and 12 days. I remember exactly because it was 2 months before his stroke.
You couldn't have known that would happen.
But he knew something. He said it was important, that we needed to spend time together. I told him I was too busy with the store.
The business was struggling then. You were trying to save it.
I saved the business and lost my last chance to really talk with Dad, to hear his stories, to tell him everything I never said.
He knew you loved him. We all knew that.
But did I show it enough? I was always so focused on proving I could succeed, on making him proud through achievements.
And he was proud. He told me that constantly.
Words I never heard directly from him. Now he can barely speak, and I sit by his bed wondering what he would have told me on that trip.
Maybe about his own regrets? His own dreams?
Probably. He always wanted to see the glaciers, said they reminded him of his childhood in Norway.
We could take him now. Organize something special.
It's not the same. He needs constant medical care. We'd need nurses, special equipment. It wouldn't be the adventure he imagined.
But it would be time together. Isn't that what really matters?
You think he'd want that, even in his condition?
I think Dad would want you to stop punishing yourself. He'd want you to find a way forward.
I replay that phone conversation in my head constantly. Him asking, me making excuses about inventory and supplier meetings.
What would you change if you could go back?
Everything. I'd close the store for 2 weeks. I'd sit with him on that ship deck and listen to every story.
You can't change the past, but you can change how you spend the time he has left.
You're right. I've been so consumed by regret that I'm missing the present too.
Let's plan something. Maybe not Alaska, but something meaningful.
He always loved classical music. There's a concert series at the care facility.
Perfect. We could take him every week.
And I could finally tell him all the things I should have said before.
He'll hear them. And more importantly, you'll stop carrying this weight alone.
Thank you for agreeing to have coffee with me. I know things have been difficult.
You said you wanted to talk about something important, so here I am.
I need to tell you my biggest regret. I regret the divorce, but not for the reason you think.
What do you mean? You and Mom fought constantly.
The regret isn't leaving your mother. We were wrong for each other. The regret is how I handled it with you kids.
You mean disappearing for 2 years?
I was ashamed. I felt like a failure. Instead of fighting for time with you and your brother, I ran away.
Do you know what that felt like for us? We thought you didn't love us anymore.
That's what haunts me every day. You were 12 years old. You needed your father, and I abandoned you.
Mom told us you were dealing with your own problems, but that didn't stop it from hurting.
I was depressed, drinking too much, couldn't hold down a job. I convinced myself you were better off without me.
That wasn't your choice to make alone.
You're absolutely right. I should have gotten help, should have shown up even when I was broken.
Why are you telling me this now? It's been 10 years.
Because I'm finally sober, in therapy, trying to become the father I should have been.
That's good, really, but it doesn't erase the missed birthdays, the graduations you weren't at.
I know. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I just want you to know that my absence was never about you.
Then what was it about?
Cowardice. I was so terrified of being a bad father that I became the worst kind instead.
What do you want from me now?
Nothing you're not ready to give. Maybe just a chance to know you as an adult, to show up now even though I'm late.
I'm getting married next year.
Congratulations. I'm sure he's a good man.
I'm marrying a woman, and yes, she's wonderful.
I would love to meet her, if you'd let me.
This is a lot to process. You can't just walk back in after a decade.
I understand. I'm not expecting anything immediate. I just needed you to know that my absence was my greatest failure.
At least you're admitting it. That's more than I expected.
I'll wait as long as it takes. I owe you that much.
I saw your Facebook post about the reunion concert. It brought everything back.
Yeah, the old gang is getting together. We're playing at Miller's Bar next month. You should come.
I don't think I could just watch. It would hurt too much.
Because you quit the band? That was 20 years ago.
It's my biggest regret. We were so close to making it. That record label was interested.
We were kids with a dream. Most bands don't make it.
But we had something special. I can still hear our harmonies, the way we played off each other.
Then why did you leave right when things were getting good?
My parents, they said music wasn't a real career, convinced me to get my accounting degree.
And now you're a CPA. That's respectable.
It's boring. I spend my days with spreadsheets when I should be on stage.
You really think we would have made it big?
We had talent. We had chemistry. We just needed one lucky break.
Want to know what happened after you left?
I'm not sure I do, but tell me anyway.
We struggled for another 3 years, played every dive bar in the state. The label deal fell through. Eventually, everyone got day jobs.
So I made the right choice?
That's not what I'm saying. We all have regrets about how it ended. But we all also grew up.
Do you still play?
Every day. I teach music to high school kids. Some of them have real talent.
Do you regret not making it professionally?
Sometimes, but then I see a student's face when they nail a difficult piece. That matters too.
I haven't touched my guitar in 15 years.
Why not?
Because it reminds me of everything I gave up, of who I could have been.
Or maybe it reminds you of who you still are. Music doesn't leave you just because you stopped playing.
You think I should pick it up again?
I think you should come to the reunion concert. Bring your guitar. We could use a fourth.
I couldn't possibly. I'm so out of practice.
So are we. That's not the point. The point is to remember why we loved it in the first place. I built a $100 million company from nothing. I should feel accomplished, right?
Should you? Or do you actually feel something else?
Empty. My biggest regret is sacrificing my personal life for business success.
Tell me what you sacrificed specifically.
3 marriages. I barely know my 4 kids. I missed countless holidays, birthdays, school events.
Was it worth it? The success, I mean?
I used to think so. Now I'm 52, sleeping 4 hours a night, and realizing I'm completely alone.
What changed? Why are you seeing this now?
My youngest daughter graduated college last month. Didn't invite me to the ceremony. That hit hard.
How did that make you feel?
Like I'd won the game but lost everything that mattered. What's the point of having money if you have no one to share it with?
Did you ever consider a different approach? Working less, being more present?
Every business advisor told me the first 5 years required total dedication. Then it was the next 5 years. Then the expansion phase.
And now?
Now the company practically runs itself, but the damage is done. My kids are adults with their own lives.
Do they know you feel this way?
How do I tell them that I regret prioritizing board meetings over their childhoods? That sounds pathetic.
It sounds honest. When did you last try to connect with them?
I send money for birthdays, write checks for their expenses. That's what I know how to do.
Is that what they want from you?
My oldest told me last year that I was more like a bank than a father. Those words destroyed me.
Because they were true?
Because I realized I don't know how to be anything else. I built a company but forgot to build relationships.
What would you do differently if you could start over?
I'd grow the business slower. I'd go to those soccer games and dance recitals. I'd turn off my phone during family dinners.
You keep saying would have. What about what you will do now?
Is it too late? They're all adults now.
Adults still need their parents. They just need them differently. Are you willing to learn how?
I built a company from scratch. Surely I can figure out how to rebuild relationships with my own children.
That's the first time I've heard real determination in your voice today. What's your next step?
I'm going to call each of them, not with solutions or money, just to listen.
I've volunteered here for 5 years now.
helping others face death, but I can't escape my own regret.
What brings you back here every week? It must be difficult given what you've experienced.
Maybe I'm trying to make amends. I wasn't there when my son needed me most.
Tell me about him, if you're comfortable sharing.
Michael, he struggled with addiction for years, kept pushing us away, saying he didn't need help.
Addiction tears families apart. It's one of the hardest things to watch.
I gave him ultimatums, told him he couldn't come home unless he got clean. I thought tough love was the answer.
That's what many experts recommended back then.
He died alone in a motel room from an overdose. The police said he'd been there for 3 days before anyone found him.
I'm so sorry. That's unbearable.
My biggest regret is choosing pride over compassion. I should have kept the door open, should have told him I loved him no matter what.
Do you think that would have changed the outcome?
Maybe not. Addiction is powerful, but at least he would have known he wasn't alone, that his mother loved him.
The last conversation you had with him, what was it about?
He called asking for money. I refused and told him not to call again until he was serious about recovery. That was 3 weeks before he died.
You were trying to protect him from enabling his addiction.
I was protecting myself from pain, from the disappointment of watching him struggle. I gave up on him.
Is that why you volunteer here? To give others what you couldn't give your son?
These patients, they're dying, but they're not alone. I hold their hands, tell them they matter, that someone cares.
You're doing for them what you wish you'd done for Michael.
Every single one of them is someone's child. I look at their faces and see my son.
That's a beautiful way to honor his memory, even if it comes from a painful place.
Does the regret ever go away?
I lost my daughter to suicide 20 years ago. The regret changes shape, but it doesn't disappear.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
We carry these losses differently over time. They become part of us rather than weights crushing us.
How do you live with it?
By doing exactly what you're doing, finding meaning in the pain, helping others because we couldn't save our own children.
Do you think they know, wherever they are?
I'd like to believe they see us trying to turn our regrets into something that helps others.
You asked me what keeps me up at night. It's the choice I made in Afghanistan.
Take your time. We can discuss whatever you're comfortable sharing.
My unit was ambushed. I was the ranking officer, had to make a split-second decision.
Combat situations don't allow for perfect choices.
I ordered us to fall back to a defensible position, left behind a wounded soldier, because carrying him would have gotten everyone killed.
That must have been an impossible situation.
Private Martinez, 22 years old, engaged to his high school sweetheart. He died out there while we retreated.
Did the rest of your unit survive because of your decision?
All 7 of them. They went home to their families. But I see Martinez's face every night.
Have you considered that you saved 7 lives?
At the cost of 1. How do I live with that calculation? How do I decide who lives and who dies?
You were trained to make tactical decisions under fire. That's different from playing God.
Tell that to his mother. She sent me letters for years asking why I left her son behind.
Did you ever respond?
How could I? What words could possibly explain that her son's life was the price for 7 others?
The guilt you carry, is it helping anyone? Is it bringing him back?
No, but letting it go feels like forgetting him, like saying his death didn't matter.
There's a difference between letting go of guilt and honoring someone's memory.
I don't know how to separate the two.
What would Private Martinez want for you if he could speak to you now?
He'd probably tell me to stop being an idiot. He had a good sense of humor.
Would he want you suffering for the rest of your life over a decision made in combat?
No, he'd want me to live
to make the most of the life he didn't get to have.
Then perhaps that's how you honor him, not through endless guilt, but through living fully.
The other guys from my unit, they've moved on, got married, had kids. I'm stuck in that moment.
Moving forward isn't betraying his memory, it's respecting the sacrifice.
I've been so afraid that if I stop feeling guilty, it means I didn't care about him.
Guilt and love aren't the same thing. You can love his memory without being destroyed by it.
I want to write to his mother, finally respond after all these years.
That takes tremendous courage. What would you say to her?
That I'm sorry, that I think about her son every day, that his sacrifice saved 7 families from grief.
That's honest and honorable. Are you ready to take that step?
I think I have to be. Carrying this alone isn't working anymore.